Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be sharing another perfume tray update. This is going to be the second update for the month of August. Since I love perfumes so much, I have to do a perfume tray monthly so that I could give all of my perfumes love. So I rotate them every month, and every month I also do perfume tray updates. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing the second part for that, and I have a few fragrances to go over. So if you are interested in the fragrances that I wore for the second half of August, just keep on watching. Falling in love with who I am. So I hope that you guys are doing great today. I am going to be doing my update today, and for this update I don't have any declutters, so I'm going to jump right into the perfume update. So I am going to start off by one that I put on my tray from Juliana's Perfume, and this one is called Miss Independent. So I want to give a big thank you to Juliana's Perfume for sponsoring today's video, and for this month I added Miss Independent to my perfume tray. I wanted to get to know her. If you have not heard about Juliana's Perfume, they are an online shop where you can find fragrances that are inspired by niche perfumes, and when I tell you they get so close to the real thing, they are, to me, most of the time about like 95 to 99% similar to the original perfume. And I do have a lot of the original fragrances, so I love to compare them, and I love to be able to give you guys an affordable option. The full-size bottles are $39, and you can also get an even more affordable size, which is the 10 ml bottles, and those go for $19.87. So Miss Independent is inspired by Killian. I don't need a prince by my side to be a princess. This fragrance has been in my collection for, I would say, like 3 years now. I love it so much, especially getting closer to fall time, because it does have like this very fluffy, marshmallowy, sweet, but yet there is like this green tea element in it that just makes it very unique. It makes it stand out from many fragrances, and it's such an easy reach. It is amazing. So I love that I can give you guys an option if you do not want to spend the money on a Killian fragrance, which they can be pricey. And this month, Miss Independent did her thing, because the times that I wore this fragrance, first of all, I love the atomizers on these fragrances, and the day that I wore it, I sprayed myself with this fragrance. And if I was blindfolded right now and I was to spray this, I would just be like, yeah, that's my Killian princess. Like, I would not think that this is a dupe. So when I put this fragrance on, I also like to do a few spritz in my beauty room. And the following day when I came into my room smelled so good. It stayed, I don't know if it stuck to like the rugs, I don't know what. But when I walked in this room, it smelled so amazing. The lasting power of this is really good. The performance is amazing. Honestly, I even prefer the atomizer from the Juliana's Perfume. Oh, I love this fragrance so much. This is one that is amazing for upcoming fall, that kind of transition from summer to fall time where you want something that's a little light, a little airy. You kind of want to start bringing in a little bit of the gourmands. This is the perfect type of fragrance for that. So I strongly recommend Miss Independent. This is definitely one of my favorite ones that I have tried so far. Princess or Miss Independent, whichever one you go with, they kind of lean more towards the more softer side, the more like skin scent. You can definitely still smell it, because I smelled it in my room when I came in the next day. But it's more of those fragrances where it's like for the people that you allow close to you, for the people that come in for a hug. So that is the first fragrance that I had on my tray the second half of the month. Go ahead and check out Juliana's Perfume. I'm going to leave their information in the description box below. I absolutely love working with them. So thank you once again, Juliana's Perfume, for sponsoring today's video. So for this month, I was kind of just trying to use up all of these summer scents before I get into the gourmands, the thicker scents, the sweets, and just all of those yummy scents that I love for fall and winter. Warmer scents, caramel scents, those are all my vibes. So that's what we're going to get into starting September. But I wanted to use some of these because I know that I'm not going to use them probably until next summer. So I am going to start off with Sugarful Sunshine. What a beautiful pineapple perfume. As you can see, I have a dent on it, so I have been giving it love, and this is the reason why I do perfume perfume trays is because I'm not trying to add perfumes to my collection just to let them sit there and collect dust. I want to wear them, I want to enjoy them, and I want to see dents in my bottles. So this is awesome. And the only thing I don't like about this, which I've mentioned it before, is the packaging is adorable. It looks like a little sugar dispenser. I feel like the bottles, since it sprays out, it kind of lands right here on the top and it kind of starts to chip after a while. So that's the only thing that I don't like about these. Out of the Michelle Germain fragrances that I have tried, Sugarful Sunshine was a love at first sniff, and every single time that I wear this scent, I love it. This is summer in a bottle. It is so bright, it's juicy. The pineapple is sweet, but it's not overly sweet, and then there's like this sexiness to this one. The notes in this perfume are just notes that I go crazy over. There's pineapple in here, there's lime, which I love lime added into fragrances. When it's like pineapple, when it's coconut, it just adds like this breezy, refreshing, just beautiful touch to perfumes. It also has mango. There is coconut water in here, frangipani, which usually frangipani I have to be very, very careful with, but in this one it is perfect. There is nothing in this fragrance that bothers me, that I would change about it. It is just perfection. And the beautiful part of this one is the base. They added agave, moss, and amber. It is a must-have for me for summer. Every single summer I bring this fragrance out, and every summer it just keeps getting better and better. It starts off very pineapple, refreshing, perfect for summer, and then that dry down with the agave, the amber, the moss, it just adds a sexiness and a grown element to it. So it's not like a Bath and Body Works body mist, in my opinion. It is sexy. It is summer date night, cute dress, you have a tan, that type. This is beautiful. I definitely recommend Sugarful Sunshine. The longevity, I will say it's not super duper long, but I don't mind reapplying it because the scent is just so intoxicating in the best way. You just want to keep spraying yourself with it, especially that opening with the juicy pineapple. So it's kind of, to me, makes me think of like a pineapple soda, because there's also, I wouldn't say like a fizziness to it, but it's not thick and sweet pineapple. It's more of like a refreshing pineapple soda type of vibe. And then the dry down is where it gets a little sexier and it's just beautiful. Next up, we're gonna talk about one that I wore yesterday. I wore this one to my orthodontist appointment, and this one is by M. Micallef, and this is Ylang in Gold. And oh my god, the longevity on this, it lasted the entire day that I had it on. I didn't even do a lot of sprays because when I go to those appointments, you literally have someone like over your head, and I'm not trying to bother anyone. So I did maybe like 5 sprays. I did one around here just to be able to smell it myself, and then the rest I kind of kept it lower on my body, but this stuck to my clothes so nicely. It lasted all day. I kept getting whiffs of it as I was wearing it, and this is definitely one of my favorite yellow florals in my collection. I definitely prefer Ylang Ylang over Frangipani, over Tiare Flower. Those can sometimes get very headache inducing for me, very sharp. This is so smooth and just beautifully blended. There is beautiful notes in here. The sandalwood is not, doesn't make me sick or anything. There's coconut and vanilla in the base, which is one of my favorite combos ever. And like for this time of the year where summer is coming to an end and we're about to bring in fall, I feel like this is really nice. You can wear this for date night, you can wear this during the day, you can wear this pretty much anywhere. It kind of fits into whatever you're trying to do. So if you want to wear it to go out, if you want to wear it with casual clothes, which I did yesterday and it smelled so beautiful. A yellow floral with that smooth vanilla in there, the coconut. There's a tiny bit of a woodiness in there, but it's not too much. And it is definitely a powdery scent. Not a powder bomb, but there is a powdery feeling to it. So if you're not a powdery girl, I don't know if I would recommend it, but it's not that bad. It's not something that I think would bother many people. So Ylang in Gold is beautiful. The performance is amazing, and I'm so happy that I got to wear her this month. Next up, we have another fragrance that I think is very underrated. I don't hear it talked about a lot. Maybe because I usually go for the things that are not popular, and then the things that are popular don't really work for me a lot of the times. This is Ariana Grande aka Mod Blush. This is my pet rock, like I always say, because I absolutely hate the bottle. But the fragrance in here is one of the most beautiful rose fragrances that I have ever smelled. Every time that I smell it, I love it more and more and more. This fragrance is the perfect combination of fruity, rose, sweet, and like this sparkling feeling in the background that just makes it super unique. It's very unique. I don't think there's any other fragrance in my collection that smells like this. And the notes in this perfume, if you are a fruity floral girl, you need this. It's just beautiful. So this has raspberry, it has passion fruit. This perfume is absolute perfection to me. I feel like everyone fell in love with Mod Vanilla, and I couldn't wear Mod Vanilla because of the plum note, but this one is amazing. It's so girly. It's young, but it's not juvenile at all, in my opinion. It's kind of like playful and flirty and young and fun, but as it starts to dry down, the rose starts to come through a little bit more, so it gives it like this sensual, just beautiful woman, feminine vibe to it. There is pear in here as well. There's rose, magnolia. The notes are beautiful, and again, the base, you have dreamwood, sandalwood, and broxton and musk. I love when fragrances start off fruity at the top. They give me juice, they give me beautiful, just fruity, floral, but then the dry down, they add like that sexy touch, because woody touches in perfumes to me and musk always turns it into like a little bit more sexy and grown. This one is just not talked about enough. Let me know if you like Mod Blush. How many of you guys really love this perfume? I feel like this is just beautiful, and this is one that you don't have to wait until summertime to wear it. I feel like you can pick this one up almost year round. I think I might take this one into September as well, because I feel like I didn't get enough of this one. Performance is pretty good with this one. I will say that since it has a more strong rose presence in there, rose tends to last a pretty good amount of time on me. So for me, this one lasts really good. I don't have to be reapplying it over and over. I put it on and I'm good to go. Love it. Definitely recommend it. And of course, it's great because it's affordable as well. You can find it at Ulta. Next up, I wore this one the other day, and I'm not gonna go into too much detail about this one because I cannot find something that smells like this perfume. This is a discontinued fragrance, and this is Justin Bieber, The Key. I bring this out every once in a while, and I literally only used it once this month because I don't want to run out. This is such a good performing perfume. This will last you when I tell you the entire freaking day. Todo el día. This to me is like shampoo, which on my channel we love shampoo, just fruity, you just got out of the shower, you smell amazing type of scent. To me, the closest that I will say this reminds me of is taking Giorgio Armani Si Passion and kind of making a more juicy, more wearable version of that one, like a more everyday version of that. But I wouldn't say that they're the same. I put this on in the morning. We left at like 8 o'clock in the morning. We didn't get back home until like after dinner time, close to like 7, 8 o'clock at night, and I can still smell this on myself. So I don't know if I can still find this on eBay or something. I haven't really checked, but I'm pretty sure that they would probably charge an arm and a leg because you can't find it anymore at stores. When you take the cap off, this part here is purple, and to me it literally smells like purple, like the color purple. Berries, like a bunch of smushed up blueberries and grapes, and it's so juicy, but then it's also musky at the same time and has like that shampoo vibe to it. I don't really pick up too much on the peach. To me, the boysenberry is the star of the show with this fragrance. The jasmine is not sharp at all. I love when I see notes in the base that you don't really see in other fragrances, because I don't really see raspberry as a base note in many perfumes. So that's what makes it very unique. This is one of like my all-time favorite celebrity perfumes, affordable perfumes, long lasting and crazy performance. Next up, let's talk about a new one. This is Brown Girl Jane, and this is Carnival. I actually wore this one once. I didn't wear it a bunch of times. I still need to wear it a few more times to be able to give my full thoughts on it. But I will say this was really, really nice when I put it on. It lasted a long time on my skin. The mango note is definitely bright and juicy. It's definitely what I've been looking for in a mango fragrance. It doesn't have any sharp white florals. It doesn't turn too patchouli on the skin, because unfortunately mango skin started off great for me, and then with time I'm picking up way more of like patchouli, and it's just not the type of mango that I wanted. It was amazing when I first got it, but once it sat for a little bit, it wasn't doing it for me. Now Carnival, it's like a grown mango, but then it still has this flirty, juicy, fun side, which I guess is my favorite type of scent because I keep saying it for a lot of them. It's almost addictive. Like, I feel like if I keep reaching for this one, I'll definitely end up adding the full size of this to my collection. I've been very impressed with this house. I recently also picked up Carousel. That one impressed me a lot, but I haven't gave it a full wear, so I still need to wear that one. But this one is definitely sweet mango, and that pimento note that was kind of bothering me the first time that I sprayed it, I'm not really picking it up as much anymore. There's ginger in here, and it's not too much either. It's just adding like a complexity to it so that it's not just mango and like super simple. This is really, really nice. I would give this one right now like a 9 out of 10. I need to wear it some more. I definitely will probably put this one in my next tray as well. I'm liking it more and more. The performance is really nice. I wore it the other day and I could smell it as I was wearing it throughout the day. They did a great job with a mango scent, how juicy it is, ripe, sweet mango. Next up, let's talk about Victoria's Secret Tease Sugar Fleur, which I never was able to talk about it a lot because it was like a limited edition type of scent, and this year they released it again. But I did check on Fragrantica, and a lot of people are complaining, saying that this doesn't smell like the original, which the one that I have is the one that came out a couple years ago. So people are complaining that they're not picking up on the bubble gum, they're not picking up on the caramel, and that it smells watered down. And I'm shocked, because that probably means that they changed the formula or something, because this fragrance is literally like bubblegum mixed with green apple. But the longer you have it on your skin, the caramel starts coming through. It's very sweet. I wore it the other day and it lasts ridiculously long on me. So it has to be that they changed the formulation of it or something, because this is a great performer. It's not too thick, bubblegummy, but it never gets too thick to the point that it becomes cloying. It's so good. It's sweet, it's flirty, it's really, really fun and carefree. It's not super serious. It's not something that I would wear, for example, to like a date night with my husband or somewhere where I want to be a little more sexy. I wouldn't really reach for this. This for me is more like I'm running errands, wearing jeans and a t-shirt, and I want to smell really sweet, bubblegum, fun. That's just what this one gives me. Really, really nice, and I'm so happy that they released it again this year. But let me know if you picked it up, if you're loving it, or if it's not what you thought it was going to be, because unfortunately they might have changed the formulation. Here is another one that I put a baby dent into it as well. This one, oh my god, I love this one. I wore it the other day. I actually wore it a couple times this month, and this is Goldfield and Bangs, and this is Sunset Hour. So this one to me is a girly girl who loves those shampoo type of smells, very fruity and sweet and girly, but you like to smell grown as well. So this to me is the girl who used to love very shampooy, sweet, fruity scents in high school, and now she's married and she has kids. So she still has that in her, but now she wants something that's a little bit more grown, is a little classy. It's all mixed together, all wrapped up into one fragrance. It does have like this peachy juiciness to it, and it also has a little bit of a woodiness to it. It's a very unique scent in my opinion, and the longer that you're wearing it, I think like the fruity notes kind of start to disappear, and then you're left with a bit more of a woody perfume, but still with a fruitiness in the background. It's so good. This is definitely a niche fragrance that I approve of, that I definitely recommend. As you can see, we are starting to work a little dent into it, and this can easily make it into like my top favorite perfumes. It's perfectly done. It's juicy, it's fruity, it's sweet with a little bit of a woodiness and a sexy dry down. It's like a juicy like smoothie or something. Like smooth, it's fruity, it is just so good. And it also makes me think of like for some reason being close to the ocean, which I keep saying I don't know why that comes to my mind. Maybe the reason is because when we used to go to my grandpa's boat in the summers, when we would come back from the islands, we would take a shower right away before getting in the car. So we would come back from like the salty water and the suntan and all of that to taking a shower and putting some like fruity shampoo. So it kind of makes me think of that, like the end of a really fun beach day after you take a shower. So good. Sunset hour, I definitely recommend. That's like a 10 out of 10 for me. Next up, we have Ellis Brooklyn Miami Nectar. This is one that I loved from the minute that I got it. I will say it has been getting a little thicker lately. I gotta make sure that I still love it as much as in the beginning. Yes, it's so good. I like to reach for this one when I come back from my morning walks and I take a shower. I love to put this one on. I did feel like it was a little thicker the other day when I wore it, but then again, maybe I was just a little more sensitive that day. I have noticed that depending on what time of the month I'm in during my cycle, some scents could smell a little like thicker and just like not it, but we're back to it's so good. It has like this breezy palm tree Miami vibe. I mean, Miami Nectar, that's what it's called, but it's just perfect for a vacation. If you're going on a vacation, if you're going on a cruise, if you're going to the beach, if you're going to a pool, if you just want to hang on to a little bit of those tropical summer vibes, this is the perfect fragrance. After you're wearing it for, I would say maybe like half an hour to an hour, then it starts drying down to the sexy, again, like a woody base. I feel like those are my favorite types of fragrances. When they dry down with a little woodiness to them, it just makes them so irresistible and grown up and sexy. And this one also has a nice little dent going on as well. This one I definitely recommend it. And this is another one that I really, really love. And last but not least, we have 5 Suns in Too Deep. This one I love to wear for bedtime. I might start wearing it more during the day when it starts cooling down outside, because this one's more of like a woody, powdery, vanilla type of scent, so it's perfect for bedtime. But then once it starts cooling down a little bit and fall starts coming around, I'll definitely wear this one during the day as well. It's very comforting, it's very sweet, perfect for bedtime because it's not too much. This one is definitely more a skin scent, sweet, fluffy, vanilla. It's really, really nice if you're just trying to like cuddle up, watch a movie, that type of vibe, like cuddling, cozy. For fall time and winter, it's definitely a great everyday type of scent, but during summertime I was wearing this one more during bedtime. It's so sweet and sugary and fluffy. This one's beautiful. I love this one. I've loved it since the minute I got it. It is a clean fragrance, so the performance is not super duper long lasting and it's not super duper strong, but it's perfect for those days that you want something that's a little closer to the skin, a little more powdery, vanilla, smooth. It's so good and it's very sweet, but not cloying sweet. So that brings me to the end of my video. That is my update for August tray. It was a really fun summer tray. I cannot wait to work on my September tray. I'm super duper excited. So that is going to be it from me today. Comment down below which one was your favorite from the ones that I talked about. Which ones do you own? How do they perform on you? How do they smell to you? I love to read your comments. Thank you so much for all of your sweet comments all of the time. I'm super appreciative. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out Juliana's Perfume. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you guys in the next one.
I don't have time for anything that's gonna harm me. It may be hard to understand. Words have the power to empower or destroy me now. I'm looking in the inside now, claiming what I lost.